Happy Monday, everybody, and welcome to Wake Up Charlotte after the show. And happy back to school. A lot of districts in our area headed back to class today. CMS is still a couple days away, but Gaston, Catawba, lots of them out there, Iredell, Statesville. Richard Devane is actually at a place that it's going about things a little differently when it comes to the masks that students are wearing. A lot of school districts in the last week or two have reversed course and they're now requiring them. Union County has opted to go a different direction, and they're staying with their masks optional policy. Richard, tell us where you are exactly and how it's going over there.
Yeah, I'm here at Marvin Ridge High School, right up the street from the elementary school and middle school. You can take a look right behind me. Bell's schedule started at about 8 o'clock, so number of kids are late, but that's okay. And right there, you can see kids actually going into the school, some wearing masks, some not, basically because they have the option to do so here at the at the Union County Public Schools District. They say they're allowing parents to make that choice. Yesterday, we were out and about talking to a number of parents, and we haven't gotten a chance to speak to many now. But the parents we spoke to said they approved, that they liked the fact that they had the opportunity to make the choice. But the ones we spoke to also said that their children would be wearing masks. I would say it's a little bit more students who are not wearing masks. I'd say 60-40 right now from just looking. That's unscientific totally, but just my eyes. I'd say 6 out of every 10 students are probably not wearing a mask here at the high school. We haven't had a chance to go to the middle school or elementary school as of yet. We will be getting an update in about an hour and a half from the superintendent. And one of the questions we'll ask him is that this is the largest district probably in our area, 40,000 students who will have that option to wear masks or not to wear masks. Not part of the Union County Public School System. This is a charter school. They opened just last week, already had a number of outbreaks of COVID-19. So they've actually, there's the bell, they actually had to have some kids in quarantine. Here in the Union County Public School System, they're not going to have a situation where if students actually have to be quarantined, they will not be able to go virtual unless, of course, they're in high school. Now, the reason for that is that's something that's already been an option. So they're just going to continue that. Students in the high school system can go virtual for some of their classes. But a number of other changes have taken place following the North Carolina toolkit, if you will. One of them is they're no longer going to test kids as they go into the schools, temperature checks and things like that. Just following most of the recommendations that health directors have put forth, recommendations that health directors have set forth for the school districts. The one they're not doing is masks, not making that mandatory. Again, as school starts, more and more kids are in class, are heading in. You can see over my shoulder, I'm trying to let you get a shot of kids as they walk in. Again, I'd say the majority of kids are not wearing masks. I'm going to jump off now. Hopefully I can catch a couple parents before they leave, just to ask them their opinion of this. And again, later today, both here and online, we're going to have some comments from the superintendent about why this district, a district of this size, one of the larger ones in our area that is not having a mandate for masks, is doing so. We know what the school board voted, but we're going to see what is the possibility of if things really start to change, if there are a number of breakouts of COVID in the district, what their plans are, what their steps are, would they go back to a mask mandate, and other safety procedures, as well as first day activities and just what they're expecting for the school year. That's the story right here in Waxhaw. This is Richard Devane. Guys, I'm going to get off and talk to parents and students, okay?
All right. If nothing else, we can report that the Marvin Ridge School Bell works very effectively.
We're right under it.
Right sure.
Right. All right. All right, Richard. Thank you. We do appreciate that. And folks, weigh in. Let us know. Do you think that these masks should be mandated at schools? We know here in North Carolina that they have not been, at least in the statewide level, but should they be mandated at these schools? I asked folks on Twitter this morning what they thought. The last check of the poll shows about 57% say yes, they should be mandated by these districts. And Ruby, we should say this is not just a elementary or middle or high school thing. I mean, these are things colleges are dealing with too.
Yeah, right. This morning we talked about how UNC Charlotte, they are requiring masks in every building on campus. Classes start today, in fact, for students over at UNC Charlotte. And they're really trying to keep COVID under grips. That's because just on Friday, there are reports that showed 27 students had tested positive for the coronavirus. At last check, there were no faculty or staff members who tested positive. But just this summer, back in July, they had a COVID cluster of at least 5 students who tested positive, and they were living either on or off campus. So again, those masks are required in every building starting today. And for those who are not vaccinated at UNC Charlotte, they will have to get tested weekly. Coming up this Wednesday, they will have a clinic at the school to help with those people who are not vaccinated and want to have the opportunity to get vaccinated, as just another way to keep students, safe from COVID, as it is a concern, obviously, not only around elementary, middle, and high schools, but also colleges in our area as well.
Yeah, we should say also that Winthrop evidently won a legal case that originally they thought they might have to keep masks optional, but the state Supreme Court down in South Carolina ruled that it was actually okay for a private university like Winthrop to have a mask mandate. Let us know what you think. Joy saying masks should not be mandated. Wendy saying take the masks off our kids. Masks are useless. We should say, this all happens and at a time where we're seeing hospitalizations for kids with COVID soar across the country. I think we're averaging about 1,200 kids in the hospital a day across the country. Which is scary for a lot of people as we all head back to school. So let us know what you think. Should these masks be mandated at these districts? Should they not? The governor has estimated he thinks probably about 75% of students will be wearing masks as they go back in the coming days. Continue to weigh in. Let us know what you think. And we'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Have a great day, everybody.
Have a good day.